Hello everybody, I'm Thrash Maniac HD, and if you guys remember seeing on my main channel, Thrash Maniac 99, one time during the summer this year, I did a collaboration video series with AmeerY2J, AmeerY2JFan, and some of you guys may know we had some beef, but now that's pretty much over, and we moved on, we're friends again, so... he came to me on Facebook and he said that he wanted to do another collaboration series. And I thought, okay, we'll try that. And I asked him if he had any ideas, and he said, how about top 5 PG Era Feuds? And also fortminorproject was a part of this whole thing. And also, yeah, I'm back with the hat this time for the video, so... But... So, instead of me doing, like, episodes, I'm going to put them all in one video because I'll probably feel too lazy to do individual parts. So I decided before I forgot to do it to just make it all in one video. Okay, so starting off at number 5, for the 5th feud of the PG era, I honestly, I'm going to go with the Rey Mysterio, Chris Jericho feud. Because they had such a good feud during 2009 over the Intercontinental title and Rey's mask for a little bit. I thought that was a really cool part of that whole rivalry they had. Also, the first real feud they had, even though they worked against each other in like Japan and Mexico and WCW, ECW and all this, but never had a real feud. And they did in 2009 WWE, and they had some damn good matches. If I had to pick the best match for me, I would say their Extreme Rules match from 2009 was probably the best for me personally. I don't know about the others, but this is just, it's my personal favorite. So yeah. There you go with that. Number 4... I'm going to go with an odd one because it's combining 2 different feuds into one, and it's too tough for me to make one choice out of these two, so I decided to put them both together in one feud. Undertaker versus DX. Now, I bet you're wondering, Undertaker, DX, what do you mean? I'm talking about the stuff building up to the WrestleMania matches Undertaker had with both Shawn Michaels and Triple H. WrestleMania 25 and 26 with Shawn Michaels, 27, 28 with Triple H. Each had similar stories to it, but the Shawn feud for the Mania 26 match was involving Shawn feeling that he can beat Undertaker and end the streak, and he offers to challenge the Taker. Taker says no, and Shawn's like, you know what, I've got to win the Royal Rumble so I can challenge Undertaker for the world title at WrestleMania, and he failed to win the Rumble, and it really made him even more obsessed, so he cost Undertaker the World Heavyweight Championship at Elimination Chamber, and then Taker says, okay, you get your match, but on one condition, if I win, your career is over, and that's exactly what happened. Mania 27, however, it was about Triple H trying to avenge Shawn Michaels, and then WrestleMania 28 was all about the whole end of an era situation, and with Shawn being the ref for that Hell in a Cell match. So really, I thought both feuds were really good. I just couldn't pick individually for the list, so I put them both in one. And I say it's Undertaker versus DX because it's the 2 guys from DX, Shawn Michaels, Triple H. Number 3. I'm actually going to go with John Cena and Batista. I thought their feud they had in early to mid 2010 was pretty good. I mean, it had a good build up to their match at WrestleMania 26 that year, with Batista turning heel whenever he beat up Rey Mysterio. You're supposed to be my friend! But then it was more apparent whenever he came out to have a verbal contract agreement with Vince McMahon to challenge John Cena after an Elimination Chamber match and win the WWE title. And then Cena's like, well, I've never had a problem with Batista. In fact, there were times where I considered him a friend but now he has a problem with me, and I want to know what is his problem. Batista comes out and says, "You and I have been the two biggest stars since the Attitude Era, but for some insane reason, the company picked you as the man, when it should be me." Kind of bringing up some real serious personal stuff from back when they both won the world titles at WrestleMania 21, because Batista was supposed to have been the man, but they went with Cena because Cena was good with the fans and was a little younger. And Batista saying, "You can't beat me, and deep down you know it. And in fact, the last time I faced you, I broke your neck." So that build up to WrestleMania, to their WrestleMania match, was really good, and Cena won the belt, and then they had a good match at Extreme Rules, but they had an amazing I Quit match at Over the Limit, and that was the end of that feud and the end of Batista's WWE run, which I hope he comes back sometime, hopefully for WrestleMania 30, since it's going to be the biggest WrestleMania ever. Bring all the people you can get to make this the best WrestleMania possible. And Batista, I think, could be one of those guys. So yeah, number 3, Batista, John Cena. Number 2, this is kind of a personal one for me to put on the list, but I kind of liked the... I actually, for a personal reason, I decided to put in the CM Punk Chris Jericho feud. It wasn't necessarily the greatest feud, but it was a good feud nonetheless, because they had amazing matches against each other at WrestleMania and Extreme Rules. So yeah. If I had to pick the best match from that feud, it would probably have to be the Extreme Rules match, by a hair over the WrestleMania match. But yeah. And then number 1, the number 1 PG Era feud is CM Punk versus John Cena. I think whoever makes up a top 5 PG Era list, this would probably have to be the number 1. But the Punk Cena feud, in terms of matches, has been amazing. Storyline, however, not so much. But the matches they've had have been great. And the worst match between the two is still really damn good. So they've had matches between really damn good to phenomenal 5-star classics. If I had to pick the best match from their feud, I would definitely have to say the Money in the Bank 2011 match. And a close second is their match from Raw back in February this year. And speaking of that, before the year's over, I will be doing the top 20 best WWE matches of 2013 list. So be on the lookout for that. And as well as on the Wrestling Underdogs channel, like I did last year, the Wrestling Underdogs Wrestling Awards. So I'm going to have, coming up soon this week, I am going to have a video with the nominees and the categories and so on and so forth. And you guys will have until middle of December. I'm going to look on the calendar on my phone and make a real date for when you guys can vote. And there will be a poll from pollcode.com that will be in that video whenever it comes out. But, yeah. So, trying to find the December calendar. Okay, the December calendar. I will say you guys have until December 6th. December 6th will be the deadline for the votes. But the votes and the announcement video will be made maybe tomorrow. Could be tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. But anyways, yeah, that was it for my top 5 PG Era Feuds list. So yeah, number 5, Rey Mysterio, Chris Jericho. 4, the Undertaker DX WrestleMania feud. Number 3, the John Cena Batista feud. Number 2, CM Punk Chris Jericho. Number 1, CM Punk John Cena. Until next video, which will probably be another album review. And I think it's going to be coming up after this, but until then, peace, motherfucker.